As they approach the city of Triant, the locals panic, fearing an impending attack. Rue's party manages to calm the situation and secure accommodations. Rue offers the women in his party the choice to leave and stay in the city, acknowledging their past kidnappings and his desire for them to enjoy their lives. However, he still values their contributions to the group. At the Adventurers Guild, Rue is mistakenly attacked due to misconceptions about his threat level. He subdues the attackers, and Rebellia explains their situation to the guild attendant. An elder advises them to register as adventurers. M invites Rue to go shopping, but he opts to gather intelligence while disguised as a human. As he moves through the city, overhearing people's wary comments about him, he realizes promoting his company will be challenging. Suddenly, he is ambushed by thugs, whom he quickly overpowers and consumes, noticing they all wear similar rings indicating their affiliation with a criminal organization. Rue intervenes during an altercation involving a boy and a group of men who refuse to release a hostage despite the ransom being paid. As the boy faces imminent harm, Rue incapacitates the men and uses one of his replicants to infect them. He advises the boy against taking lethal action and hands him a business card, suggesting he contact Parabellum for further assistance. Rue then reveals his true form to the boy. That evening, the boy seeks out Rue, explaining his mission to rescue a kidnapped princess. Rue discloses that he knows the princess's location. They locate the thug's hideout, where Rue dispatches the criminals and leads the boy to the princess. Upon examining a document during the rescue, Rue realizes the kidnapping was premeditated and advises the boy to keep the details secret. When the boy resists, Rue employs hypnosis to ensure his compliance. The next day, Rue reflects on the future of the goblin generations and his concerns about the human girls potentially leaving. He visits them, and they affirm their desire to stay with him, expressing their loyalty. Later, Princess Ellis Stern, grateful for her rescue, introduces herself to Rue and expresses her wish to hire Parabellum to escort her to the royal capital. Despite Rue's initial reluctance, noting her existing guards, Ellis insists on hiring them, citing her guards' ineffectiveness. The boy mentions her payment of a gold plate, which the girls reveal is worth 1,000,000 gold coins. Realizing the lucrative nature of the offer, Rue accepts the job, but is concerned about the absence of her guards and the potential misunderstandings that might arise. During their journey on the skeleton centipede, the princess directs them to a herd of buffalo. They hunt one for food, and Rue decides to tame another buffalo to make their vehicle appear less conspicuous. As they continue, Ellis's reckless actions put her in danger, leading Rue to realize she might be troublesome. Encountering a nest of turtle snakes, Rue extracts them, and Ellis, realizing her missteps, apologizes and assists in preparing the meal. They share a meal, and Ellis's curiosity about dangerous creatures becomes evident. It's revealed that the boy is a knight in training, and Ellis expresses a desire to learn combat skills. Despite his lack of experience, the boy is determined, and Rue, recognizing Ellis's potential, decides to help them improve their skills. Discussing their travel route, they learn that the shortest path involves passing through territory controlled by powerful creatures known as Philae's eagles, with a particularly formidable leader, the Jade Eagle, blessed by a god. Despite warnings to avoid this route, Rue opts to confront the challenge head-on. They encounter the Philae's eagles, which Rue captures and the group consumes. However, their meal is interrupted by the sudden appearance of the Jade Eagle, prompting Rue to engage in battle. After an hour of tense waiting, everyone is concerned that Rue is losing the battle. When they go outside, they find that Rue has lost his arm, raising their fears. However, Rue consumes his own arm, which triggers his regenerative powers, and he admits he had not been fighting at full strength. He then unleashes his true power, subdues the eagle, and delivers a decisive blow that sends it plummeting to the ground. He discovers a soul stone embedded near the eagle's heart, a rare artifact the girls believe could fetch a great price. Rue consumes the jade eagle, gaining its powers. When Ellis questions his habit of eating his defeated foes, Rue explains that it allows him to absorb their regrets and grudges, although he acknowledges that his rationale might sound odd to others. Upon arriving at the village of Mason, the villagers initially panic and ready themselves for a confrontation with Rue. Ellis, however, displays her crest and commands their silence. Recognizing her as a princess, they welcome Rue and provide lodging, along with a tour of local attractions, aiming to ensure the princess enjoys her visit. That evening, a festive atmosphere ensues with drinking. However, when a man inappropriately touches Mio, she retaliates. Rue then proposes a drinking competition with a prize of 4 silver plates, which the villagers eagerly join, unaware that ogres are immune to intoxication. The competition serves as a distraction from the earlier incident with Mio. The next day, the journey continues, but Rue is faced with a crisis when he realizes the twins are pregnant with his children and unlikely to survive the birth due to their human size. In a desperate move, Rue amputates his arm again, offering it as nourishment to sustain them, though they initially refuse. He ingests it himself and then transfers it to them through a kiss, insisting he cannot let them die. They find refuge in a cave where they fend off a bear attack. Rue prepares a makeshift delivery room, using his healing abilities to support the twins through labor. After successfully delivering the babies, who are both alive and well, Rue is relieved and embraces his new role as a father. Gabu informs Rue that the children, being of mixed heritage, might face societal rejection. Despite this, Rue is determined to love and protect them. The babies, born as lords with individual orbs, are named Oro and Argent, after the colors of their respective orbs. The following day, Rue ventures out of the cave alone in search of a formidable creature. He spots a giant deer, which he dubs the White Stag, and suspects it might be a boss-level adversary. Despite doubting his ability to defeat it even with maximum effort, he chooses to engage it. Surprisingly, the stag sheds its antlers and flees rapidly. Rue contemplates consuming the antlers but opts to save them for his children instead. As Rue continues his exploration, he encounters a group of adventurers battling monsters. He notes their leader, whom he refers to as Baylor, and observes that they successfully defeat the minions. However, when Baylor launches an energy attack, the adventurers struggle, though Rue acknowledges their competence. The battle escalates until magical arrows suddenly strike Baylor, disintegrating him. Approaching Baylor's remains, Rue considers storing them in his item box, but the adventurers, perceiving him as a potential threat, ready themselves for combat. Their leader exudes a powerful aura, piquing Rue's interest, and after a brief negotiation involving the exchange of potions for Baylor's remains, Rue secures Baylor's remains in his item box and departs as the adventurers discuss his intriguing nature. Back in the cave, Rue feeds on Baylor and presents the White Stag's antlers to his children, enhancing their abilities. He and Rebellia attempt to consume part of the antlers, gaining unusual abilities. Rebellia acquires a new job title, Stall Eater. However, Rue realizes the immense power of the White Stag and acknowledges he is not yet strong enough to tame it. That night, as Rue sleeps, the system notifies him that he has reached maximum level and offers an evolution to a Postal Lord, which he accepts, although he encounters an error stating additional conditions are required for further skill upgrades.